week to do some streaming about K-pop. So thank you once again for turning up. My phone vibrated. I got no idea why. It's all good. Feel free to say hello so I know the chat is on and working, etc. And I'm just going to, once again for turning up, mute myself. There we go. Hello, how are you? Good to be here. Once again, don't have too many plans, so I'll just talk about the posts this week and things coming up and so forth. Maybe look at some news. To start off with, hopefully you're all of you people who are watching have already done the objectification survey. So I'll look at your responses. This is quite a lot of responses actually. How many have I got at the moment? 354 people so far have done it. So thank you all. And this, I think it's usually about 400, 500 is a total. Maybe even a little bit more than that. Can't remember. But thanks. And we'll for last year's objectification survey, I'll just show you, was 479, and so we're up to 354 already. But I think most people who are regular readers have probably done it by now. If you haven't, get on there and do some stuff. That'd be cool. There's nothing in the live stream request box this week. It's all old stuff, so don't be afraid to use that if you want to, and put in questions ahead of time. But yeah, get over and objectify stuff. That'd be cool. And then I'll collate it all and we'll see how we go compared to last year. The surveys for objectification just started out because I did a boobs post and an arse post, and because I'm not quite as into arses, I thought, well, I'll just let people vote on the arses rather than tell you my own nominations, because I don't really mean much. And then I thought, well, while I'm letting people vote about that, they might as well just vote about the rest as well. The most common feedback I've had about that survey is about increasing the amount of categories. Why don't we have faces? Why don't you have eyes? Why don't you have female abs? Why don't you have feet, etc, etc. But every time I add a new category to it, it actually increases the amount of time the data takes to collate by about half a day. So I'm really not going to be putting any more categories in. I really very reluctantly put legs in, but it was just such a common request. And now people want faces and facial features, but they're not going to get that because there's no need. There's already a most attractive section, so I'll just go to it. Not actually going to fill it out, but yeah, you got boobs, arse, you got legs, and you got most attractive. And people tend to, both men and women tend to go by the face first when it comes to attractive. So really, most attractive overall is essentially about the face, because that tends to dominate over other features for most individuals. So yeah, anyway, have fun with that. What else did I post is Curie mole. So I might actually just whiz through this a bit and just see if there's anything else I can think of to add to the questions and answers, and I will, because there's probably one or two things that I neglected to mention. Then we'll talk about some other stuff. Actually, there's not really much to say. I think I've probably said it all. Candler is the guy who does most attractive faces or whatever poll, and I don't know what that poll really is or why it's relevant or whatever. But then I don't really know why my own lists are relevant either. But it just seems to work out that way. Yeah, and a lot of K-pop people get in there. I know Blackpink girls got in there really high last time around, which is probably quite justifiable in my opinion. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add unless someone's got any questions about anything in the Curie Mole. So we'll just leave it. What might be fun is to show you some of the responses to the hi, how are you, and also the feedback questions. I might do the feedback questions. Yeah, so best face, that's really common. Why don't you have best torso for girls? I'd like to see a Nugu version. We'll just vote for the Nugus, there's no reason why you can't. If you want them to be popular, vote for them. Please no Shindong. I know some of you people vote for Shindong just to troll, but I'm sure some of you like him too, so that's fine. Best face category. Yeah, the reason why I don't really feature the feedback in my blog for this is because it's all kind of the same. Choose the pictures wisely. I'm a flaming hot bisexual chick and I love your blog. Thank you. There's a lack of visual aids in the survey. That's deliberate because I don't want to bias people. If I put a big picture of, Wonho up there or something like that, then obviously more people are going to vote for him, so try and keep it impartial. Dick print category is a good idea, but once again it takes a while to collate the data. Really quick feminine last row, that's funny. This is where I put the most stupid shit to see if I get noticed by you. Sometimes I try putting a shitty copy pasta, but it never works. Yeah, be original, it helps more. I give up. I'll never be funny and have to place some funny shit in the feedback portion. Maybe instead of complaining about my problems in the first question, I should switch them around, but I truly don't know, so I give up. I'll just start leaving this box empty due to my lack of humour. I'll never be funny and I'll be a cunt who complains about their first world problems. What's black and white and red all over? None's in a blender. Boom. There you go, you got noticed in my stream. As an American, I hope the USA does not destroy the Korean Peninsula. Yeah, all us who aren't Americans are really hoping that you guys don't bomb us. Fashion class always post money on boob enhancement. It's discriminatory and unfair. Should make one dedicated to the reason have arse and legs as their selling point. Yeah, might be on the way. Not soon, but I hear you. Visitors on the MU board, thanks. As much as 4chan likes to believe that I post on 4chan, like every time there's like every now and again I notice that someone's linked me on 4chan, and I know that because I get stats that tell me where all the traffic comes from. And every time, so I'll go and just check it out. And when I check it out, there's always people saying, stop posting your own blog on 4chan. But I've actually never posted once on 4chan. I'd actually, it's a little bit embarrassing to admit, but I don't actually know how to use 4chan. I've never really tried. So, sorry 4chan. You're not quite as important to me as you probably wish you were. But it's good that someone's linking my stuff there occasionally. I don't really have time to go on board, so I want to do stuff. Yeah, best face always comes up. You're not going to get a best face because there's no point. Oh, there's more. William Q. Jong from Shinny. Yeah, of course. Anyone who is or was in K-pop, even BTS, because they aren't K-pop, but they were K-pop until they told everyone, until the army's got this idea in their head that they weren't. Right. So yeah, I'll put them in. No one cares about K-pop gays. Actually, you'd be amazed how many people do. Cool. So there you go. There's some feedback. Where is it? There it is. Cool. So I'm just going to read your comments for a bit. Why is there some insider knowledge that you can only incorporate in your fanfics but not write about blatantly? Well, I mean, I can write about stuff blatantly, but the problem with it is that who's going to believe me? So if I say, XYZ definitely happens, then people are going to go, well, what's the source? And then I'll be like, well, I can't give you the source because the person who told me didn't want to be revealed or whatever. So, and then it's like, well, you're probably full of shit. So, not much point. So it's easier to incorporate into a fan fiction, and then you can have a guess as to how legitimate it is. Hey, Zachy, how you going? Good to see you. You're gonna post some stuff one day. Start writing, do some stuff. Voting for Amber in the male category, everyone does that. Julian Assange vibe, yeah. I'm probably about as hated as Julian Assange too. I can't just like him. I can't walk out my door with K-pop fans out there with sniper rifles. Yeah, Zaku, you should write for AJ. That'd be great. You should do it. Who thinks that Zaku should write for Asian Junkie? Zaku being ex-anti K-pop fangirl author, probably one of the best ones there was, when he actually got off his ass and wrote stuff. He was really good, had some great posts. So it would be good to see Asian Junkie become a little bit more like anti K-pop fangirl, and a little bit less like Asian Junkie. I wouldn't want him to go all the way, but just a little bit of that would be good. Let's talk about Honey Popcorn. Yua Mikami is too gorgeous. Nah, she's not as good as Rion. I talked about that last week. If you want to see someone who's hot and in Jav, then Rion, and probably at least another 10 others. Have you interviewed Cheska yet? No. Who I'll call her MJ from now on instead of Cheska because she doesn't like Cheska. Those of you who've been observant will have seen my Twitter conversation with her, and basically she's she don't want to talk about K-pop at all, and it was fair enough because she's obviously she's been through some tough shit and it's really upset her and she wants to leave it all behind and move on with her life, do new things, and that's cool. I respect that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview her, but I'm not going to talk about K-pop when I do it. We'll talk about what she wants to talk about. So that'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it. I think she's really looking forward to it, and it's going to be an interview in my usual sort of style, but it's going to be not about K-pop. And you might think, well, why should it be on the blog? But the fact that she doesn't even want to talk about that shit, I think speaks volumes, right? And it's fine. She don't want to talk about it. It's cool. It's obviously traumatic experience, and it's unfortunate that the shitty industry puts people through things like that. And by giving her a platform where she can talk about what she wants to, I'm hoping that, I don't know, that can just be a more positive thing for everybody, right? So, I mean, it remains to be seen whether it actually comes off, but I think she seems pretty keen, and I'm certainly keen, and I think it'll be fun, and and I'll certainly conduct it in a respectful manner, and as I do with everybody who I interview. I actually am someone who's been professionally trained in doing interviews. I've been doing interviews for the radio station I work for long before I started doing the K-pop radio show. Since 1997, I've been interviewing various people who come through the radio station, and including people who are in the midst of controversy or very unpopular or had very sensitive things going on they didn't necessarily want to discuss. And so it'll be good. I'll be able to handle things good, and I think she'll have a good time too, which is really the point. And yep, see you, Zaku. Thanks for dropping by. On same time every week, so maybe I'll see you again sometime. And go harass Asian Junkie, because he's a faggot. And he totally deserves it. No, not really. He's alright, but... Well, maybe he is, I don't know. But probably not. Saga from Crayon Pop, what happened? I don't know, what happened? When you avoid mentioning to Jessica. Yeah, well, look, I'm not going to talk about anything at all with Jessica apart from what she wants to talk about, which is computer gaming. So that's what I'm going to talk about, nothing else. Not even... just nothing. And hopefully that'll annoy a lot of people, which should be good. But it'll make her happy, it'll make me happy, so it's good. Sometimes it's good to confront the elephant in the room, but sometimes just sort of walking around it in a really obvious kind of way is just as effective. I think it'll be a really good interview. I don't really know what happened with the group back then. And I mean, I'd ask her, but she's sure as hell not going to want to talk about it. I think she's talked about it before anyway in interviews. I mean, I don't really care anyway. It's not really why I'm interviewing her. I don't really care about, all the ins and outs of all that silly crap. Which is good because she don't either. And I really appreciate her Instagrams about how, it's all fake bullshit, which, it is. So, I mean, she's just really without a filter, and that's just really good. She's pretty cool, I think. Asian Junkie was saving himself for soil. That was a mistake. Not sure why he would do that. I think there's been a noticeable. He's a bit more morose now than he used to be. Speaking of which, let's just go on his side for a bit and just poke around. There we go. What is this? I guess that's about as silly as my Rapid Softly stuff. Dreamcatcher stuff, card stuff, same old. stuff about Luna. Yeah, doesn't she look attractive there? Oh, and these little ads, I pointed this out to AJ. They emailed me. See this little ad here? It's by a group called Apester. And Asian Junkies is just Asian Junkies' latest advertising scheme. I've got ad block on, so I'm not actually sure what this panel does if I've got ad block off and I vote. I assume it just gives me an ad or something like that. I've got no idea. Not in a hurry to find out. But these guys approached me probably before or maybe at the same time about putting this stuff on my site. And I actually, here's the email exchange, and I actually sent it through to Asian Junkie on as a comment, which he liked, which is funny, just to show him how I deal with this sort of same thing and how I said no. So I just zoom that in. So yeah, hi, my name is Blah. I'm the Blah for Apester. We'd love to talk to you about the possibility of getting our units on your site. We work with similar entertainment sites, and they are getting some amazing engagement with our units. They love to talk about engagement and units. Business speak is hilarious. I was over 1,200 publishers to easily build, distribute, and monetize interactive stories, blah, 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 etc. And there's some examples there, and they are all examples that linked to all K-pop polls. So I knew they were from all K-pop, so I sent them back saying, I see that you've created content for the Great Satan, aka all K-pop. I think your content is probably a better fit for that site than mine. For more information about the advertising policy, it just links to my post about how I don't take ads. So they came back and said, we can create content specific to your site, just trying to sell me on it again. And I'm just saying, I still have to subject to my readers to the ads, which is against my policy to not annoy my readers with such things. Extra revenue is nice, but it'll probably just going to pay for my own funeral after I kill myself from shame. So that's all I had to say. And she was cool about it. He or she. If you change your mind, let me know. So, a bit of fun. By the way, if you wanted to have a little bit of an experiment, guys, I changed the chat filtering, and I'm not sure if it works. But the word all K-pop, if you try and type that into the stream chat, I'm pretty sure it'll just auto-moderate it now. Part of the boycott. Same with Netizen Buzz as well. If you type NB, it'll still work. But if you do Netizen Buzz, it shouldn't. So, yeah, give it a try and let me know if the filter works. Because I set it up, but Twitch has got a funny habit. Twitch configuration settings have got a funny habit of not showing the changes that you've done for till a while after you've done them. So, I'll just have a look. If I go to my dashboard and where is it? Moderation. Oh, yeah, didn't put it on. That's a pisser. Chat filter works. Very good. Oh, good. Yeah, it's working. That's great. Good to know that it all works properly. Yeah, talent still works. I didn't get around to censoring talent yet. There's a few more I got to do. So but I only started with a few because I wasn't actually sure if it was working. So yeah, I didn't know if it was actually functioning the way it should. He's still trying. The one guy wants to know your opinion of the G-Friend song. I think I did address him in a previous stream. I don't know if he watches the streams. A few people wanted to know my opinion on that, and yeah, I know it's alright, I suppose. Same with that BTS song. It's not amazing, but it's not awful. It's just kind of like their other songs. Don't see the big fuss. Stream's nearly over, folks. So yeah, if you have anything else to say, now's a good time. I'm thinking maybe I might do some game streams after this. I know I didn't do them last week, but they're kind of fun to do sometimes. I mean, I know no one really actually gives a fuck about my game streams, and that's fine. But you know, did I find my cowboy hat? Yeah, I never lost it. It's not here, but it's around. It's around somewhere. I think it's downstairs. But yeah, last questions, go for it. In the meantime, MJ might like my game streams, yeah, maybe. I liked hers. Because I'm going to interview her about gaming, I've been watching all the game streams because, you have to research your topic before you're going to interview them, of course. And so just to get some questions to ask and just get an idea about how she plays and stuff like that. And so I've been enjoying that. She's quite entertaining to watch on game stream, actually. But you guys got to promise me that when you go on her game stream, you're not allowed to talk about her group. You're not allowed to call her Cheska. You got to call her MJ. Don't talk about K-pop whatsoever. Just talk about like any other fucking shit. So yeah, because if you talk about that stuff, she gets pretty upset and she'll just ban you out. So don't do that. Be nice, because she's pretty cool. She's a cool chick. And I'll just wait for calmly accept to try out the question that you've got. That's fine. I can wait a minute. It's no worries. How to deal with crazy K-pop fangirls who study with me at uni. I'm doing Korean studies. Last time, what a mistake that was. I bet you're regretting that. Last time they got the lecturer to play BTS latest release over the beamer and scream for 5 minutes. That's actually quite funny. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't worry about them. Maybe, I don't know, because it's a hard question for me to answer, because other people being in a shit that I'm not into is just something I'm really, really used to. And so I don't really care if someone's in a BTS. It's fine, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Just deal with it by not dealing with it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. You probably can't fight it. You probably can't fight it. Just give up. Is my advice. There's too many of them. It's like the Zerg. They'll swarm the bunker and then it's all over. Yeah, the poor lecturer is probably. If you think you got it bad, imagine how bad the lecturer in Korean studies feels about it. That probably happens to him in every class. Maybe he does teaches 10 Korean studies lectures a day, and as soon as he ushers you guys out, then the next group come in and then they play BTS on the, say, on the beamer. What's a beamer? I don't even know what that is. But yeah, that's funny. What's my favourite DVDs? Yeah, there's a lot, isn't there? Oh, Beam's a BMW. Okay, cool. Alright, learn something. DVD recommendation of the week: Wild Zero. Action film featuring the members of Guitar Wolf, a Japanese sort of punk rock band, as the main characters in the story. Very, very silly. Guitar Wolf are cool. They actually came to Australia a while back, and the punk band I was in at the time, we supported them, and we actually played some shows with them. And the bass player borrowed my bass rig, and he nearly blew the fucking thing up. Because he just turned everything right up to 10. And yeah, they're pretty cool. Actually, honestly, the group are a lot more entertaining in this DVD than they actually are as a live band, because live they have a tendency to play about 10 songs and sort of drag them out into like 15-minute jams, which is really boring. But live it's just like short songs, and on this it's just like short bits of music and yeah, and fun action stuff. It's good. Which one's a bass player? Bass player, I think is that one from memory on the left. And I think it's guitar player, vocals in the front, and the drummer on the right. From memory, it's been a while since I've seen this. But yeah, it's not Oscar-winning material, but certainly a good laugh. So there you go. And that thing there, that pole, is not it's actually a postal tube. It's got a chess set in it. I don't really play chess much, but yeah, it has a chess set in there, just so you know. That's it. That's all I got to do. I'm out here. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully next weekend I'll probably try and get the interview done with MJ, and that'll be really cool if it happens. But we'll see. She's a bit busy today, but hopefully it all comes off correctly and it'll be good. And there'll be some other posts too, and there probably won't be the results of the objectification survey next week, because I'll want to leave that open for a little while so everyone gets a chance to do it. So by this time next week, that survey will probably still be open. I'll give you about 2 weeks to do it. Alright, thank you all for turning up, and I'll be back next time. So, goodbye.